It's a joyful privilege for me to be able to welcome you onto this pilgrimage into the life of Ignatius and the spiritual exercises and our preparation for the exercises. We really, really do hope that you will enjoy our journey together. But perhaps more importantly, we hope that our pilgrimage together will draw you deeper into your own friendship with God, that it will draw you deeper into your own following of Christ, that it will draw you deeper into your own openness to the wind and to the breath of the Spirit. We have two hopeful outcomes for our journey together. First, if you have never ever done the spiritual exercises, we hope that your appetite to consider doing them will be whetted. Several years ago, Dallas Willard, in his wonderful book, The Divine Conspiracy, he makes the claim that the spiritual exercises, if they are adequately adapted, and that's a very important phrase, if they are adequately adapted to our lives, they make for the very best template for our own growth into Christ-likeness. Now that is a very bold claim, but it is a time-tested claim. And that claim can be verified in the testimonies of countless Christ followers who have engaged the spiritual exercises over the past 5 centuries. And so we really are hoping that if you haven't done the exercises, your appetite is going to be whetted. Second, we hope that if you have done the spiritual exercises, perhaps you are being trained at the moment to guide others in doing them. Perhaps you are already giving the exercises to others. We hope that in our time together, your relationship to Ignatius and to the exercises will be deepened. We can never, ever stop learning about the spiritual exercises. The gift of the spiritual exercises just keeps on giving and giving and giving. You may be wondering how this pilgrimage has been put together. Our pilgrimage has got 3 distinct threads. These threads are separate, and yet they are also very deeply connected. Each thread has 4 talks. And alongside of these talks, there will be interviews and conversations. And most importantly, there will be some practices which will help you to engage the content of the talks themselves. As I said, there will be 3 threads. First, Father Russell Pollitt, who is the director of the Jesuit Institute in South Africa. He will be offering us 4 talks on the life of Saint Ignatius. And this is a very, very important component of our pilgrimage together. The exercises themselves, they emerge out of the life of Ignatius of Loyola. We only have the exercises today because Ignatius reflected very deeply on his own seeking after Christ. He reflected on his own experience. He noticed what helped him. He noticed what hindered him. And he wrote down these noticings. And so these noticings eventually become the spiritual exercises. And so Russell is going to be taking us very, very deeply with his own in-depth knowledge of Ignatius, will be taking us a little bit more deeply into Ignatius' life. And then, secondly, Dr. Anne-Marie Paulin Campbell, psychologist, co-author of the book, The Spiritual Exercises Reclaimed, Liberating Possibilities for Women, and someone who quite literally has devoted her whole adult life to a study and to the giving of the spiritual exercises. She will be offering us 4 talks on how we can prepare ourselves to engage the spiritual exercises with generosity and with openness and with courage. You know, we don't just rush into the spiritual exercises themselves. We need to have a very careful time of preparation in which we can come to know for ourselves that we are infinitely, infinitely precious to God. And when we know that we are God's dearly beloved, when this is a foundational experience of our life, we are ready to engage the exercises. And Anne-Marie will be helping us on that journey. And then I'll be offering you 4 talks that will take us just a little bit more deeply into 4 critical themes of the spiritual exercises themselves. My name is Trevor Hudson. I have been part of the Methodist movement in Southern Africa for over 50 years. And over the past 30 years, I've had the immense privilege of being able to offer the exercises to Protestants predominantly in South Africa and beyond. And I hope that I can offer you a glimpse into these rich themes of the spiritual exercises. So those are the 3 threads of our pilgrimage together. And so once again, I want to say to you that I really, really do hope that you will enjoy this pilgrimage. I hope that you will become a participant yourself, that you will become a pilgrim yourself on this journey. And as I said earlier, my deep prayer is that you will be drawn more deeply into friendship with God, more deeply into your own following of Christ, and more deeply into an openness to the wind and to the breath of the Spirit. So may God bless you richly and deeply as we pilgrimage together.
To find God in all things is to see with eyes that expect to discover God present and active in the experiences and events of everyday life.
For me, one of the most life-giving convictions of Ignatian spirituality and of the exercises is the invitation to find God in all things. And for me, that means very simply that God's presence and God's activity can be known in every experience, every encounter, every event of human life. And it's And it's part of our responsibility and calling to recognize that presence and to respond to it.